Hello, everybody. What a beautiful, beautiful day in Washington, D.C. I hope that you are able to get out and enjoy it because it is just lovely out here, not too humid. A lovely spring day, and it's before the cold snap comes through. So I thought I would take the chance and sit outside for a little bit and enjoy um, the nice weather and talk to you today a little bit about the phases of disease prevention. And this is at a very, very high macro level um, to kind of just talk through some of the big things that have happened in science. And so the first phase of disease prevention really focused on deficiency. So this is back in the days, I mean, gosh, hundreds and hundreds of years ago when they started to realize that by you staying away from lepers, for instance, you wouldn't get sick. From you staying away from people who had the bubonic plague, for instance. So if you could quarantine people, it would prevent disease from spreading. And so obviously that was a pretty basic, fundamental thing for them to discover, but amazing that it took that long for it to actually happen. And then people, kind of the next phase really moved into prevention. And so when prevention really kicked into full gear, probably happened in the 70s with the pharmaceutical industry. And that really focused on how do we prevent something from occurring in the future. And so that was a huge leap in lifespan, longevity, quality of life, and how that happens. And so here's sort of I don't know if you can see this well enough, a little graph of sort of an average lifespan. Sorry, I'm trying to get it so I'm doing it mirror image. So that's sort of like what an average lifespan looked like. So your lifespan's pretty darn good, and it starts kind of going downhill a little bit at 30, a little bit at 30, and then maybe around 70-ish, you kind of like had a really quick dip to where lifespan ended. And then with that pharmaceutical industry coming into play, you see there right at the end, it was able to extend the life a little bit, extend quality of life a little bit. And granted, this is simplifying greatly the strides that have happened, but it's an example of what has happened with the change in lifespan. And so then we've kind of moved into a phase of diversity. And so that's really when you started hearing so much about phytonutrients and the importance of phytonutrients and how to combine different foods to get benefits. So that's like where a lot of the superfoods came to be, and exotic fruits that we didn't even know about it, to take advantage of the benefits that occurred with those things. And that really added a different richness, obviously, to what we know about our health and staying healthy. And then another phase came into play, and that was with delivery. And so that was really focused on targeting delivery. So you're packaging a molecule in a specific capsule that can attach itself and go directly targeted to where it's needed in the body. And that was a huge, strides in medicine. So many different diseases were benefited from that. Heart, et cetera, et cetera. You could go on and on with that targeted delivery and how it's benefited people. It's just crazy. And so right now we're in this phase called nutrigenomics. And so if you don't know what nutrigenomics is, it's basically how your body can stay healthy and to optimize its function is to eat well and deliver high nutrition to your body and have it upregulate and downregulate your genes to perform better so you can stay healthier longer, provide you better quality of life for longer. So not just increasing lifespan, because if you don't have increased quality of life along with that increased lifespan, what's the point? No one wants to just sit around for a longer period of time. It's actually able to have more experiences with that extra time that really, really matters. And so here's how that works. And here's kind of that same graph I was showing you before with the lifespan extension. But the idea is if you can improve your nutrition and give your body what it needs earlier, it extends the lifespan out longer, as well as your quality of life is higher. So I hope that makes sense to you guys if you can see it. Sorry, I'll put it up one more time. And so that's really where I operate, and that's really where my interest has lies. Over the last year and a half, learning about the little yellow pill and have experienced myself is really how do we, attack what's going on in our bodies as early as we possibly can to increase our quality of life and increase our lifespan. And I've seen it, like I told you guys before, with my arthritis. I've seen it in my body and my energy level and many different things. So many friends, I can't tell you, migraines, etc., who no more pain. So I really urge you all to learn more about nutrigenomics. It's really a hot topic right now, this NRF2 pathway that our little yellow pill activates naturally is one of the most increased studied pathways for scientists. 12 different pharmaceutical companies right now are studying how to activate this pathway, of course not using natural products but doing so synthetically. So if you're interested in learning more about the nutrigenomics in terms of what the little yellow pill can do for you, definitely give me a buzz, because I have many stories to share with you and certainly would love to help you nerd out on the science behind it all, because boy, it's a lot to look at, but a lot of hours of nerdery if you like that sort of thing. So anyway, I hope you all have a lovely, lovely afternoon, and I hope wherever you're watching this, it is equally as nice as it is here. See you later.